a derelict, derelict. All my friends, they wish me dead, they wish me dead. Every day is filled with dread, filled with dread. All my life been a derelict. I've got the time clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do, everything I kiss to feel so typical. I've got the time clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do, everything I kiss to feel so typical. Life been a derelict, never change, yeah, I swear to it. And of all the times I've been down and out, this time was different, I welcomed it. Every day that I fail to quit, I wind up here in the state I'm in. The heavy weight, cause it's bound to break, I need a break, the skin I'm in. Tip of my tongue tastes like battery acid. Try to push forward, I cannot push past it. Feel the blood on my tongue, it tastes metallic. Another day passes, I don't break the habit. I've got the time clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do, everything I kiss to feel so typical. I've got the time clue, swallowing me, falling into everything that I do, everything I kiss to feel so typical.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Good to see a lot of you here. Not a lot of you here. Monday was pretty cool. Saw a big crowd, obviously. Big reaction to the market, I believe, on Monday. Gonna talk mostly same old macro stuff. Might cover what I expect Bitcoin to do over the next couple weeks, but for now, gonna do it how we normally do instead of covering Bitcoin first. But actually, I did want to talk about something first, and I'm gonna wait for more people to join actually, because usually people join a couple minutes after we start. So just gonna give it a minute. But what's up, Brandon? What's up, Dan? What's up, Kadir Khan? I think that's how you say your name. What's up, C? What's up, Matt? What's up, Ulysses? But what I wanted to talk about is I tweeted it this morning, and some of the tweets, most of what I tweet is pretty serious, but it is really surprising to me how there are traders that associate themselves, and even people in my community in the crypto space and the trading space, that compare what I'm doing and what I say to what other people are saying. And this is now like the fifth or sixth time I've seen several of these people, and it's not just Agris. I know I dog on Agris, like fuck Agris, like guys, the guy works in IT, has no idea how to trade at all. He hasn't made a single dime in this market. I can guarantee it. Like I'll go over I know all of his trades because we used to be like somewhat friends, but I've never seen him get it right. But anyways, there are plenty of traders, not going to give out those names. I don't want to start any drama. Personally, I don't care. I'm at the point where all I really care about is, one, making money and helping my own community and new people that come into the community. But there are plenty of large accounts that have gotten a lot of credit over the last several weeks. I'm actually going to turn down that light. Excuse me. Okay. That should be better. So there's a lot of traders in the space that, people give a lot of credit to. And I've never seen so many of these people short a 30% move, like every single point. Like at some point you have to be like, okay, there's no short setup, right? It's just going to keep continuing higher. And they just were blindly shorting. Excuse me. They were just blindly shorting. Like blindly shorting the whole way, like took a ton of losses. And then right when we got to the top a couple days ago, they entered longs. I mean, guys, when Crypto and the Moon Carl are entering longs, it's time to get out, right? Everybody knows that. Well, some of these traders that consider themselves some of the best traders in the world, literally in their bio, best trader in the world, I'm better than everybody else, I'm better than this. First of all, arrogance will never make you any money in this market. You will lose an unbelievable amount of money being arrogant. Two, this market doesn't give a shit how good of a trader you are, and you just represented that you're not the best trader in the space because you not only lost the whole way up, now you're going to lose the whole way down, right? And you're probably not going to catch the next wave up because now you're so sold on shorting again. I listened to Agris and lost my life savings again. I couldn't Agris more. Jeez. Yo, chill. Don't do my man like that. The trend lines are overpowered. About to get spooked by them. Jeez. But no, I kind of wanted to cover that just because, like, it's crazy. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the best trader in the space. I have never said that. But just watching kind of like from a third party perspective, or like watching from afar, like all these people and they're like, oh, I'm the best. Like, you should listen to me. I'm right. And Bitcoin's going to do that and this and that. And like, they're just completely wrong. It just, like, I'm just sitting here like, just kind of like laughing in my chair, honestly. Like, it's pretty crazy. It's just like pretty crazy to see people make like the most egregious calls when it's so obviously going in one. And I hate to say, like, it's so obviously going one direction, but like, I feel like that pump was pretty pretty like, okay, if you're like a novice trader, you should probably make some money off this. And then when we topped, it's like, okay, like Bitcoin, like you don't have to be a genius to look at RSI and be like, huh, we're at the most overbought we've been in Bitcoin's whole history. I wonder what happens next. I don't know what happens next. I mean, we only have several different examples here. I mean, look, all power to him, right? All the power to him. But all right, let's start with the SPX. So a couple things. One, I redrew my trend line. My trend line was wrong. TradingView, for those of you who don't know, TradingView has this magical magnet tool. Use it. That's why my trend line was off. I originally thought we had broken out. We actually didn't. My original trend line was drawn like this. So either way, we actually rejected, but 2 days above, whatever. We rejected. Why? Probably because we're still in recession. Probably because we're still in a bear market. Probably because there's no bullish setup to begin with. Could we break out? Yes. I think at this point, and I hate to be the guy that says, oh, it could go up or down, but here are your two scenarios. One, you have, and I'm just going to put like recession, right? You have recession. So you have S1, S2. So you have recession, right? So we have one reason that we go down. So we'll say scenario 1's down. Scenario 2 is up, right? So you have recession. You have interest rates. Interest rate hikes. No matter what they are, it's never good. Interest rates. We'll draw a little arrow. So you have that. You have layoffs. You have cost of goods, like going through the roof. Like eggs are like 300% more expensive than they were several months ago. You have housing, obviously housing. You have used cars or cars, all losing value. So housing's going down, cars are going down, and that's really just a result of interest rate hikes. So, there's obviously a million more reasons why we could go down, right? But overall, recession, as a result, you have all of these different things. So what's the up scenario? So one, and I hate to say this because this is not generally a good reason to trade for, oh, we're going to go higher, but everyone and their mother expects down. So everyone expects down. Right? Markets don't crash and everyone expects them to. Right? We've never done that ever in the history of ever. During COVID, when everyone expected everything to crash and burn and die, and when when Russia declared war on the Ukraine's another good recent example, markets pumped. Okay, the biggest one obviously COVID. We literally just straight line mooned, right? One of the biggest market pumps in world history. Sideline money. For those of you that maybe do know or don't know, there is an exponential amount of sideline money, and rich people control the market, and whales control the market, and your $10,000 or $100,000 account has zero control on what this market's going to do. Two, so we could, or I guess bouncing off the sideline money, this could literally just be a market correction. So we could say correction, and excuse my drawing, I'm just being lazy. So we could just have a market correction, right? I just wanted to move that over so I can read it. The 1 to 20K trading challenge people are the best traders in the world. I disagree. Who are my top 5 macro TA Twitter accounts? I really don't care for anyone else's analysis but my own. I do my own research. I have my own system. I have my own everything. I talk to some select people from my Discord. So for those of you guys that don't know, I used to work in institutional finance as an analyst. And I know, I have a contact from pretty much every big bank. Pretty close with some guy that left Wells Fargo and formed his own like private hedge fund. And I kind of have an idea of what is happening. Definitely a slowdown, but you guys also have to remember there's so much sideline money. It could literally put us in a melt up when people decide to buy. Bull markets start during recessions? No. Yeah, but we haven't really seen the consequences of all these interest rate hikes, which when we do, we are absolutely going to melt, like down, for sure. Like businesses don't grow when they can't get loans. Like you guys have to think about this. We talk about this a lot. The reasons why Apple, Tesla, all these companies grow so much and hire more people and invest more money, they're getting money from banks, right? They go to a bank, they're like, hey, we need a loan so that we can, research new technology. They make a new product and they sell it, pay back the loan, whatever. When loans are very hard to get, have a higher interest rate, banks give less loans, less business is done, the economy slows down. If people are laid off, less money's being spent. You guys have to remember, I know PPI was missed today and it looks better than it is, but it's actually because people are buying less. So when people are buying less, demand goes down, so price also has to go down. Like, I don't think inflation has changed at all. It's the fact that demand is going down, right? Think about going to the grocery store a year and a half ago and you could go and spend $100 and you get a ton of groceries. And now you're spending the same amount, like you're buying the same amount of groceries, but it's $300 now. And that's not a joke. I go to the grocery store and, I'm spending an egregious amount of money. Or let's say girlfriend and I want to go out, get margaritas and some food. It's like $150. Like, that's absurd, right? That's not, and that's feasible for me because I'm a high earning individual. I trade with a lot of money. I have a lot of money in the bank, so I can do that. But not everybody's like me. Most people don't have that opportunity. So if you think of a whole restaurant, and we're talking like some shithole Mexican restaurant, right? Like, of all the people in there, there's probably like a 10% of them, it doesn't matter what the economic condition is, they can eat there. What about the other 90%? And now you're looking at that and spread that across every other product ever made, like Tesla, like Apple, like all these other things. And now people are buying less, spending less, economy slows down, and the stock market tanks, right? Is it a good time to buy alts? Stop asking if it's a good time to buy alts. Stop wasting your time with altcoins. Interest rates are going down. No, they're not. The rate at which they're going up is going down. Whoever told you that interest rates are going down is out of their mind. They are still going up. Still going up at a rate that's pretty substantial. Taco Bell costs $20. If you're eating a Taco Bell, you just deserve the worst. You deserve the worst, right? Taco Bell's horrible. Stop wasting your time on fast food. Please. Please. And if anyone says, "Oh, but the grocery stores are too expensive," like, you're out of your mind. Like, you're so out of touch with reality. It's unbelievable. You can buy a 20-pound bag of rice and 10 pounds of chicken. You can buy a whole chicken for $10 and 20 pounds of rice for $5, and you have a meal for the entire week. Yeah, it's kind of sucks because it's just like chicken, but it's better than starving, right? It's better than not only starving, but giving yourself like worse health problems because you decided to eat at Taco Bell. Yeah, I saw gas is up 50 cents where I am over the last 2 days. Why are alts not good advice? Because altcoins literally don't follow any sort of TA, and the only time you should buy them is when Bitcoin is absolutely peaked in the bull market. Stop wasting your time with altcoins. They are unpredictable on when they're going to pump. They are, like, how many people do you know that caught the 150% gala pump or whatever? Because I don't know any, right? It just randomly pumps and everyone talks about it. Surely we should consider them to have an opportunity to 10x quicker than Bitcoin. Yeah, see, that's your problem. Altcoins are a waste of time. Stop trading altcoins unless it's the peak of the bull market. And we're so far from the peak, it's not even funny. Right, when Bitcoin's 150K and everyone's calling for 400K, that's when you start buying alts. Or when Bitcoin crashes the first time, that's when you buy alts. Right now is a terrible time to buy alts. Do not buy alts. What's up, Ark? How you doing? Do you think the bottom will be in when the Fed pivot? I'm not answering bottom questions anymore. Anyone who gives you an answer on when the bottom will be in has no idea what they're doing. And part of the reason why I'm not answering them is because nobody knows when the bottom is in. And if you're looking for when that... So here's my thing is nobody knows when it's going to be in. Nobody knows what's going to happen, right? So formulate a plan. Stop asking if the bottom is in. and either start buying now in little bits, like learn what a DCA is, either start buying now in little bit by little, or stop asking. Like, just stop. Like, it's just annoying at this point. Like, nobody knows where the bottom is, and anyone that's claiming to know where it is has no idea what they're doing, because I just gave you two scenarios which are both just as likely to play out. And if you start buying little bit by little now, crypto's down 80%. If you're not DCAing by now, you don't deserve to make a dime in this market, right? How many figures do you make from trading? I'm not answering that question. It's a personal question. Thank you for your work. I was waiting the whole day for your posts. Appreciate it. I don't look at Bitcoin dominance anymore. It's dominated by stable coins, and I think it's unproportionate to what is actually happening. We look at Tether dominance now. But anyways, DXY rejecting downtrend. Still not in the reins of a market structure break. It's super unfortunate, but we really need to break this trend line to see any sort of, or get any clarity on if we've bottomed or anything. And I hate to break it to you guys, but this is not an inverted head and shoulders. Not at all. Don't ask if it is, because I've already seen the Twitter posts on that. That is not an inverted head and shoulders. That is the biggest bull trap on the planet if you believe that that is an inverted head and shoulders. Moving on. Not going to cover the VIX. DXY bounced right at support, right where our lines were. Unfortunately, the DXY has broke structure, right? So we had this huge uptrend. We have finally closed, I believe, 1 week below. I could be incorrect. Yeah, so 1 week below, and we got a retest. We really need to lose 101. We lose 101, and that market structure break is there. I would expect SPY to pump with that, right? So if we lose 101 and SPY pumps, we know that crypto already broke its market structure. I wouldn't say the bottom is quite in, but I'd say we're due for a huge relief rally, for sure. Are you DCAing more in crypto or stocks? I only answer that question for patrons, whatever. What are the key? I already answered that question. Moving on to total, guys. I'm and this isn't anything against you. There are things that I answer for people that, take my class and take the analysis, and I'm not going to share information for free when they've already paid for this. Like, one, that's disrespectful to them, and two, like, I've done my own research. I've been in this market for 6-7 years now, and I'm not just going to give the decade or almost decade-long information that I have for free. It's invaluable. And, if you want extra information, if you want to learn how to trade, if you want to learn what a DCA is, I go over all those things in my class. Check the link out in the YouTube description. If not, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, I can't just disregard what people are, paying for to answer your question. But anyways, total, we actually had a descending wedge. So, right, descending wedge, overall double bottom. We had a breakout, and now I'm expecting a retest. Where could that retest fall? To be honest, a perfect retest would be here, right? We have our midpoint here of the double bottom. We'd get a significant retest. A lot of people would think we're going to go lower, and then from that point, we go much higher. So if I were you looking for long opportunities, I'd look for anything between this point right here. Really, realistically, anything here. You're talking 860 billion. Yeah, that's where I would expect a retest. Again, most easiest technical pattern to recognize. Double bottom. You have a breakout, a retest, continuation. We go here and then come back down, because this is a bear market relief rally. This is not the bottom. This is not the start of a bull run. Bull runs don't start after you've dumped 80, 90% right off the rip. We need a period of accumulation. My class is teaching you how to. So my Patreon, it's on Patreon, but the class is to teach you risk management. It teaches you how to swing trade. It teaches you how to use all the indicators on my chart. It teaches you how to long-term invest and how to. It teaches you macro market. It teaches you pretty much everything a beginner to intermediate trader should know. It's 16 weeks long. I believe there's 32 videos up there about an hour to 2 hours long a piece. It's relatively cheap compared to anything else. You don't have to waste your time reading. You don't have to waste your time sorting through useless information. I've had over 300 students. I've had many students make I've had many make 5 to 6 figures on trades. With that, I also share my trading analysis. So if I enter a trade, you get notified. Yeah, I'm glad you understand you. And it's not like I don't want to tell you. It's just like I have to respect myself and all the hard work I've put in. And I also have to respect the people that are, paying for that and there. And it's just like, that's just kind of how it has to be. It's not like, I'm like, oh, well, fuck you guys. Like, no, that's not how it is. I'm not that kind of guy. I want to help. I try to help you the most I can, but there's just like some things I just can't. It's just how it has to be. Tether dominance. This is interesting. We actually have a pretty big bounce here. Was expecting somewhat of a bounce. Why you do that chart? Don't know how high this will go. I would expect a bounce to here, something like, and originally we thought that we would get a bounce there, maybe retesting that resistance, but we're in support, right? Looking for longs here. Probably not the best. Again, I'd really like to see this retouch maybe 8%. It'd probably, again, bait a lot of shorts in, and then we just rip downwards, and then continue that sideways pattern or whatever. But for now, not really seeing anything promising. Let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, nothing that says like true reversal. This could just be sideways. Maybe we bounce back up, then come back down. Nothing that screams enter a trade yet. Getting into Bitcoin. Bitcoin Daily. So for those who don't know, or maybe you're new to the stream, I also live stream on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around 5 p.m. Eastern. Today's a little bit later than normal. I was busy with something. But Bitcoin. So just like Total, it seems so far that we have a descending wedge. That also matches our divergences on the weekly chart. We had bullish divergences on the weekly, something that we were paying attention to for a very long time. Daily, we actually had a super clean double bottom, right? Breakout, no retest, just continuation upwards. A lot of people are saying that this is because Binance did that and this, and this is manipulation and this is that. Guys, even if we do go, let's say Bitcoin goes to $3,000, right? I don't think it will, but let's say it does. Do you really think it's just going to go down in a straight line, right? We have bounces along the way, right? Plenty of bounces. That's totally normal in a downtrend. We are still very much in a downtrend. I would not say that we've really broken any macro structure, but in the short to mid-term, we are very, very bullish still, right? We have bullish price action. We have the double bottom. We have no divergences here, no divergences here. MACD is really, for the first time in a long time, in the bullish zone, in that bullish momentum zone. Yes, we rejected off resistance, right? So we almost broke out, not really. Volume wasn't there on the 4-hour, and then we immediately rejected, went down. We also have somewhat of a doji reversal, but again, I don't really like single candle patterns. Not the biggest fan, so not going to discard it. But you have a lot of bullishness on the daily still. What I'm expecting, or what I'd love to see, is a swift kick down to here and bounce. That would match Total. That would match Tether dominance. I believe that would also give the DXY some breathing room to bounce before falling through, or bounce some and then maybe retest that trend line. How far it goes, I don't know, right? Like, no one knows that. But so far in the daily, there's nothing that screams that this is bearish, that you should take major shorts, that you should be looking for shorts. This is short to mid-term bullish, right? The bottom is not in, but it is short to medium-term bullish. Why is the market bullish? So again, where do you see a bullish market? So, like, this is really funny to me, right? And I like to use this. Where do you see bullishness in this market? If you were an investor in this market, right? You're an investor, right? So you're buying over a period of time. You're maybe buying once a month, maybe once a week. Where have you made money? Where's the bull market? What are you talking about, right? Like, this blows my mind when people say, we're in a bull market, it's bottoms in, all this crazy shit. If you're an investor in this market, you haven't made a dime. in the last, I mean, unless you started buying right at the bottom, which I highly doubt, right? It is near impossible to buy the bottom. But let's say, if you're a reasonable investor, let's say you start buying here. You're probably break even. You might be a slightly under because, you're buying each week, right? So you're buying here, 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 here. So you're probably break even. Where is this bull market that people are talking about? Like, guys, we're not in a bull market. We're not even close. If anything goes well for you, even if this S&P 500 breaks out, you will be lucky if we do this, right? This is the best case scenario for you over the next year or so, right? And it's not going to, go all the way out to here, but you're lucky if we do this for the rest of 2024, and then we get maybe a spike here, and then we continue up like that. That's what's happened every single period before a massive run, right? You don't just hit the bottom and moon. That's never happened in any market, in any asset, in anything in world history, ever in the history of anything related to finance. The market is medium, short-term to medium bullish, right? You guys have to think time frames. You guys have to think out of the box. And a lot of people on social media don't understand what I'm talking about when I say I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I am macro bearish. I still believe that interest rates are going to, like, all these interest rate hikes could totally blow us under the water, right? Like, we could see the S&P 500 tank tomorrow. We could. Absolutely could. We have earnings this week. We could see massive layoffs. We could see crazy things happen over the next month or two. And, my short to medium term bullish, that's just a trade. That's not my macro view. How long is midterm? I'm going to let you figure that one out for yourself. But anyways, 4 hour. Got a nice channel. Broke down. So here's what I am looking at. One, and why I'm looking for longs. One, we have massive bullish divergence, right? We have bullish divergence between these two levels of consolidation depicted here and here, and I believe almost all the way to here, right? That is bullish divergence. This market will most likely bounce. Now, will it continue higher and maybe we touch 25K? I'd say it's very possible. But what am I looking for? Two things. One, I'm looking at volume. Two, I'm looking if we get somewhat of a pattern. Maybe it's on a 1 hour, maybe it's on a 2 hour, whatever. I'm looking for maybe something like this. Not like that, excuse me. I'm looking for something. Why you do that? Looking for something maybe like this, where we get some kind of symmetrical triangle with a double bottom, and then we continue up from there. This whole thing would have just been, big bull flag to continue higher. Ultimately, we're extremely overbought. Look at the daily. The daily's not even in the realm of breaking back to the medium, right? And this is not a breakdown via daily. I'm just giving you a 4 hour example. I'd love to see 18,000, 18,400. I think that would be healthy. It just depends what we get when we get there. But I'm not just going to blindly long this. That's just suicidal. So, there will be a new low this year. I have no idea if there's going to be a new low. Like, why do you guys care if there's a new low? Either buy or don't. Stop asking questions if the bottom's in. Stop trying to catch the bottom, because you never will. I hate to break this to you, but you're better off. You're actually, I believe that you are more likely at winning the lottery or getting struck by lightning than catching the bottom, right? Like, lightning is 1 in, 8 million or whatever, and the lottery is, well, you guys know, it's 1 in 80 billion or whatever, because, people can buy multiple tickets, whatever. Stop asking where the bottom is. Form a plan now. Zoom out of your chart. Go like this. Zoom out of your chart. This is what I did. Zoom out of your chart and do this. And go, wow, we're down 70%. That's a huge discount from the all-time high. Maybe, just maybe, I should buy a little bit each week and learn what a dollar cost average is. And stop wondering where the bottom is, because the likelihood of me buying the bottom is next to zero. And also, a lot of people are, we covered this earlier, a lot of people are expecting lower. Like everyone's expecting a market crash. What if we don't get one? The market does what people least expect. It's not going to do what you think it'll do. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it there. I'm hungry. I started this new diet or whatever. Today is my no carb day, so when I get to eat, I eat like I eat a lot of protein, but I have to eat or else I'll just go nuts. If you're interested in Patreon, since I talked about it a lot, there are links on my Twitter and the YouTube and in the chat, also in Discord. We do have a free Discord. Come chat. I'm leaving for the Caribbean for a month, so I'm going to try and do a Twitter space. I don't know if it'll work. Hopefully it will. Maybe I'll invite some people. Maybe I'll have some people from stream. I'm not sure yet. But with all that said, guys, be patient, use risk management, and good luck trading.